What's up, you guys? Bella Rose from TechCity back again on the TechCity Podcast or the simulcast, because this is also being recorded on video. And I am not alone. Henreeneo is here with me. Hi, Henry. How are you doing?
Hi, Bella. I'm okay.
Finally.
Exactly.
We did it.
After what, a year and a half?
It's been a while. It's 2021, so it's 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay.
So does it feel odd to be on a different set, like a different table, a different camera, a different microphone?
Well, not really. I've actually been on different sets in the past.
Yeah.
That's with what they call them, Nige.com.
Right,
Yes,
right.
so
They're not legit.
They're not
They're not legit.com.
Yes, so-
Cool stuff. Cool. So, I mean, I'm curious, Henry. What's your actual name?
My names are Henry Ebele Okwenu.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So how did you now decide to call yourself Henreeneo? Where did that come from?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's from school, I guess.
What
They used
school?
to call me Time and Tide College, somewhere
Okay.
in Iba area or Jaw area.
Okay.
So they used to call me Henreeneo, Henry. I don't even know how it came about. It just stuck.
Wow. So you've had this name since like secondary school?
Secondary.
Bro, that's some staying power right there. Some nicknames really tend to stick.
Yes,
and
they do.
yeah. Wow, that's interesting. So tell me, what made you kickstart a YouTube channel? Was it a love for gadgets, or was it let me do what other people are doing? Like, so what was it for you? Like, why did you even go gadgets? Because we both know, because we play in that space, gadgets in Nigeria are not necessarily the most consumed content online. So why did you go in that direction?
So I've always loved gadgets. I was supposed to have started this YouTube channel in 2011. I actually created a YouTube page
Right.
in 2011, but for some weird reason, I never got to doing it. Like I said, I will start and I'll keep pushing it. I'll start and I'll keep pushing it, and I just never got to do it. And fast forward to 2017, I stumbled upon a video. It was of Eric Okafor.
Right. New kid.
And exactly. And I saw this guy doing YouTube videos, and I'm like, what the heck are you doing, Henry?
I can't do this
stuff. So luckily enough, everything just worked together in that same period. Everything happened together. They were launching, Samsung was launching the Galaxy S8.
Right.
In 2017. And I decided to buy one. And luckily, I got one quite early. And I took it.
Did you pre-order, or you just bought it after it was launched?
I pre-ordered that.
Awesome stuff.
I got it a bit early. Got the phone on a working day. I was at work when they called me and said it was available to pick up. Went to pick up the phone, brought it back to the office, and I was using a Galaxy S6 then.
Right.
And there in the office, I just took out the Galaxy X6 and started recording.
Yay!
Like, unboxing. The video is still up there. It's a terrible, my goodness, it's the worst video in the whole universe. I don't even know how anybody watched it.
That's your your starting days,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
early days of your vlogging.
I made that video and I just decided to put it up. And I just published it. Quite a number of people
Watched it.
And I decided from there that, you know what, I'm just going to do this stuff. And so it's not because other people were doing it.
Right.
I've always had a passion
For gadgets, yeah. You have a
Funny-
website, in fact.
Yes, I do. It's called Tech Booker. So I write about tech products as well. I review tech products, write about tech news and other stuff as it comes as well. Funny story. Sometime just to let people know that this is not follow people.
Yeah,
follow thing.
yeah.
In 2008, yes, 2008.
That's like 13 years ago now.
Yes, I was earning about 70K or so where I was working.
That's a lot of money, though. Then,
And yes, I took that whole money and I bought a phone.
yo,
My salary for a month. I actually bought a phone.
were you married at the time?
No, I wasn't.
You see,
I
that's
bought a
why
phone
now.
and I suffered. For the next 30 days, I
can
suffered
imagine.
trekking and eating in people's
But you're
houses
using a
and
good
all.
phone, so like whatever, right?
Exactly. So that's the passion that comes with it. I've always loved gadgets.
Do you think that has so still piggybacking off the love for gadgets and having to review devices? We know that in this space as well, thankfully, you have been able to strike a relationship with brands in Nigeria, and I think that's really awesome. So you find that sometimes they are sending you gadgets to also review and all of that. But I mean, back in the day, you would have to buy some of these devices. Do you now still do that when you don't perhaps get a device from the company? Do you still invest by spending your salary to buy the device?
Yes, I do. I actually buy a lot of devices, a lot of them. People think that the brands
always
send
you devices.
No, but that's not true. I actually still buy a lot of devices by myself and review them. I have a couple of them at home currently sitting down that
you have not even
gotten to, so it's something.
So I think I'm a bit curious because, of course, I also do reviews for brands who send me their devices, and sometimes I feel like if it's a device that I did not get myself, I feel like I may need to tone down whatever I may not necessarily love about the device. So it's like, I don't love this thing, but I don't hate it either. So it's like, well, it's not fantastic. I would say it's not fantastic, but we can manage it. Do you ever feel that kind of pressure?
I do that. I feel that all the
right?
time. So you are in a place where you feel like because the brand has given you a device, you need to say good things about the device. But then you need to look at it from the point that you have people who are looking up to watch your channel and get the truth from So I made that decision about 6-7 months into my starting on the YouTube channel. And I said I wasn't going to do any favoritism or making brands look good all the time. I'm going to say things how they are and then leave it up for the viewers to decide if they want to go for the device
or not.
And because of this, I've actually had lots of, I don't want to call it fights, lots of arguments with marketing agencies that come up to you to do a video or to review a product for a brand. I've had backlashes and a lot of fights. I just had one last week.
I can imagine.
It was a back and forth. They wanted me to say a couple of things, and I said I was never going to say
exactly
those things. That the viewers deserve to know the truth, and it was a back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And in fact, the major tech YouTubers, they know about the story.
Yeah.
Because we have a group that we chat on, and I put it up there. And they were like, they stand by me and everything. So
that's a bit difficult because, of course, you think about especially tech YouTubers outside Nigeria and how very independent they are. Yeah, I was listening to a podcast that MKBHD put up, and he talked about how, he gets all his devices himself. Anyone that, the brand gives to him, he doesn't necessarily use for a review, maybe unboxing and first impressions and all of that. And he talked about how, he buys these things by himself. So that definitely gives him it makes him a lot more objective when he's presenting that. But then, of course, it might be easy for him to say because over in their part of the world, they're getting a lot of clicks on YouTube. The advertising spend is a lot higher in those parts as well. So it can be slightly easier for them. But over here, it seems like there's a lot of things that you have to deal with. Away from just even your issues with the brand, for instance, you still have your viewer accounts to stress over. It's like how do all of these things contribute to making the job of a YouTuber or a tech YouTuber particularly a bit more difficult as a Nigerian?
So here in Nigeria, so we don't get views as much as they do over there. The cost per mile, that's like what you earn for every 1,000
views.
It's way lower over here than it is over there. And again, talking about reviewing products without having to please the OEM.
Yeah.
That matters as well. Here in Nigeria, you have to fight that battle. The truth is, if you don't fight that battle and if you don't make your stand known, they will ride you, and over time, people will see through your channel and know that you are not telling the truth. So of recent, if you watch some of my recent videos, you would hear me at the end of the video or at the beginning of the video saying stuff like, this video was not sponsored by any brand or any OEM. I have an obligation to say the truth to you, the viewer, and that's what you're going to get. So I make those statements so that the people know that
this
I
is
was
as
not
objective.
paid.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was no payment made to make that video. You're getting the truth. And even when brands want to pay sometimes to do a video, I always tell them that, look, you're going to see this video the same time every other person is going to see this video. So I'm not going to allow you tell me to make corrections or anything. No, you're going to get exactly what every other person
is getting as a viewer.
Exactly. So they don't interfere with the objectivity of that video and what I'm saying.
I think that's interesting, and it's great that you're mentioning that, because people really need to know that this is like, I don't know if you've done a get to know me video on your YouTube, because I mean, again, that's not stuff that tech YouTubers do, but you know, it's great to see the man and the integrity, you know, behind the brand Henreeneo. I think it's just great for personal effect. But what do you think is the most difficult thing about being a YouTuber? We were having a conversation before we kicked off the podcast, and we're talking about how it takes hours to edit your videos and like all the inspiration. So what is the most difficult thing about the final or finished work that people get to see when you upload a new video?
In the beginning, it used to be NEPA.
And then all the gens.
The noise.
Goodness.
So I used to battle a lot. Oh my goodness. My goodness, man. I used to battle with a lot of noise that I had to reorganize my schedule to only shoot
at night
and upload those videos. So I only used to shoot at night. I would do B-rolls. I could do the B-roll shots during the day because obviously they're just in between shots where you can see. But the talking head shots always had to be done at night. And where I used to live, oh my goodness, the street was like a connecting street to
a bus stop
roads. So there were a ton of cars
days.
horns constantly. So it was impossible to make videos during the day. So I always used to shoot my videos at night. But thank God, I have moved to a very quiet, an extremely very quiet place.
Awesome.
So I have a more private studio, something I can just walk into, shut the door, and it's absolutely.
So we have a limited noise. Noise is no longer a problem.
So
thank God.
Noise is no longer a problem. And for at least for the past 2.5 years, I've dealt with the light part of things. So I don't have light issues as well.
Awesome.
So
wow. How about like the editing process? Like, because editing is a highly creative thing.
Yeah.
You have to, what you say, what is on the screen, you know, all your transitions. So how are you able to get the presence of mind to do something that just is mind blowing at the end of the day?
Editing is a pain. It's a joy. And it's a pain at the same
50-50,
time. So I say it's a joy because you are excited to see what you've been creating like come to life, and the ideas in your head, the way you want the pictures to
look,
the transitions, the music, and everything. So all of that gives you excitement in wanting to go ahead and edit.
Yeah.
By the time you're editing a 5-minute video for 6 hours,
bro, 5 minutes.
Exactly, something that's just going to come down to 5 minutes. It becomes a pain. And again, if you don't have very good chairs,
your back and your butt
are
going to hurt. That's what I did there. Wow.
Recent, I had to spend a lot of money getting a
better laptop,
good chair, like
a chair, okay,
huge, very comfortable chair.
So, like, give or take, what's the time it takes for you to go from shooting to editing to uploading, typically? On a very good week, because you upload videos weekly.
Shooting, editing, and uploading takes typically 1 day. Typically, if I'm too tired or have a lot of things that I'm doing, 2 days.
Wow, that's not bad, really. And you work alone.
I work alone.
You need help. Can you admit that you need help? Can you admit right now that you need help?
I've always known I needed help like a year ago, but again, we are not at that point
where you can pay people.
Money to pay people. So we still have to do this.
When was the first time you got your YouTube paycheck? What was the first time you got a paycheck from YouTube?
It took me 2.5 years.
Yay. Funny, it's not that long ago, if you look at it. Some people have not gotten.
That's long. 2.5 years to get how much was it? Was it $1,000? Because the threshold I put for payouts was $1,000, and that took 2 years.
Do you monitor it? Do you like go something like,
in the beginning, yes, but now
not anymore.
I don't even look at it at all right now.
What did you buy with your first paycheck? Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't think I bought anything major.
But it was a thing of joy for you.
Yeah, but it was a thing of joy.
Like, yay.
I was very excited. You know what it means to see that first paycheck.
Yeah, from
YouTube
I
money.
know.
So it was exciting, but I don't think I bought anything. I just put it in the bank and that was it.
So are you looking to diversify, in a sense, diversify your content in any way? Because, of course, we see a lot of that happening. I don't know if it's lethargy or if it's just that people get fatigued about watching the same thing over and over and over again. Will you be going in the direction of perhaps some YouTubers and other tech content creators?
Well, I've thought of doing that. So I'm not just a tech person. I also love to taste food. Like I
Ooh, Sisi Yemi Light.
So I have this thing I do with my wife where we visit a different classy restaurant every month.
That's so sweet.
So we just go order for all sorts of things and just to taste the food. And I'm a huge fan of McWings and best ever review show, food review show. What's his name? Can't remember his name now. Well, I'm a huge fan of those channels on YouTube. So I really like to taste food, not to eat food, but to taste, like just experience different cultures in different food. So it's something I thought of starting an alternate channel to do food. But honestly, I haven't got it.
It will be time consuming, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. I don't think I would be able to deliver at least one video a week with what I'm doing on YouTube right now.
I can imagine. Now, while we're on the topic of alternate YouTube channels and stuff like that, I know that sometimes people say stuff like, no need to open a separate channel. It's okay for you to use your main channel to do other things. I, in fact, saw a YouTube couple a week or two ago who opened an alternate YouTube channel, and they had to shut it down because people were saying stuff like, oh, you're only opening a separate channel because you want to make money, and of which, I don't know, that's one of the reasons why, but they had to shut it down because they got a lot of backlash from it. What would you advise in that case?
I don't think that's a bad thing to do. People have alternate channels all the time. Linus Tech Tips has about 3 or 4 different channels.
Unbox Therapy has more than one as well.
Unbox Therapy has about 2 or 3, I think, as well. So it's not a bad thing. People do that all the time. And you can't just restrict somebody to one box. For the fact that I do tech doesn't mean I don't like other things.
You know?
I could also do a travel page. And you don't expect me to put travel content on a tech focused channel. So in that case, yes, you are okay to go ahead, create a second channel, and if you like to travel and you want to document that and put that online, definitely go ahead and do it if you have the time to do that. But again, these things are time consuming.
And people don't know.
Yeah, so you find most people do the same thing basically, but with 2 different channels.
So do you think there's a major exodus of Nigerian lifestyle content creators to YouTube? It's like everybody in the lifestyle space has a YouTube channel. do you see that affecting anything? Do you think they are a fluke, or do you think it's something that can be sustained? Or do you fear that they may be taking attention away from the people who, quote unquote, and this is very relative or very relative, who may deserve, quote unquote, the viewers' numbers on YouTube?
Well, I don't think. So let me put it this way. The number of people doing YouTube in Nigeria is very minuscule. If you really want,
on the grand scheme of things, true.
Take a look at it. Very little, and then when you consider the number of Nigerians that exist in the physical location called Nigeria, or the number of people that have access to the internet, I think that number recently, the last I saw, was about 29 million people that were connected. If you look at all these people, how many people actually do these lifestyle videos? Maybe they're just based in Lagos, Abuja, maybe Port Harcourt.
Right.
maybe Delta State. So the truth is that the ocean is really very huge for everybody to come swim in. I don't think anybody or 10, 50 people doing the same kind of content spoils anything. It's now left for the viewers to choose which one they like and then follow it. And again, the most interesting person wins, really, because those things you have to be interesting. And if you're not interesting, your channel will go down. Those people who are more interesting will grow. So it's an open field for everybody to play.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any problem with people coming in. In fact, we even need more people to come in so that there is competition and so that there is some sort of separation. So you know who the sort of big dogs are. And then you know who the, upcoming.
Upcoming.
So,
If there was one thing that you could change about perhaps your YouTube channel, or one thing that you would love to have, what would it be?
Support staff.
Okay.
I would love to have like 2 cameramen just shooting for me. And I would actually love not to be the one talking all the time.
Are you serious?
Yes, actually, I would love not to talk all the time.
I thought you would say like more subscribers.
Subscribers will always come. And the truth is, the channel is growing little by little. But again, Nigeria is still an emerging market when it comes to YouTube. There are a couple of people who have blown up and in a very short time. And again, I know my niche is not a lot of people here in Nigeria like the tech niche, except you're really focused on an item.
Yeah.
So again, it's a step-by-step thing, but that's not to say it's not growing. It's growing real fast. People like New Kid and Fisayo and Misteki, they're all up there, have a lot of subscribers. So we're getting there.
That's so cool. That is really, really cool. All right, so I want to ask a few questions. These are like fire questions that you have to answer like really sharply, because like I said, I don't think you've done any get to know me video on YouTube before. So I'll be asking a few questions that you have to answer. Don't look at it.
These questions,
No, they're not too invasive,
yeah,
right? So what shows are you watching right now?
Of recent, I haven't been watching any show, but the last show I actually watched was Bridgerton on Netflix.
I don't think I've heard the nicest things about it. It's 50-50. Some are like, oh yeah, some are like, no.
I think it's it's an enjoyable series if you're the kind of person that likes to sit down and think and watch as things unfold. It's not very fast moving, slow but enjoyable.
Okay.
And I've always liked the ancient movies. I don't typically like a lot of modern action.
Yeah. When did you last go on vacation?
5 years ago.
Yo.
Yes, January of 2016. I haven't gone on any vacation since then.
You need one.
I do.
I think everyone needs a vacation.
Yes.
Even the 2020 was like compulsory annual leave for everybody. It was not like an actual holiday.
Exactly.
Who was the last person you chatted with on Facebook?
Who did I chat? I chatted with someone yesterday. It was an old friend of mine. His name is
Yesterday?
Samuel, yes.
I can't remember when I chatted with anybody on Facebook.
He reached out to me. We've not seen in like maybe 10 years. He reached out to me and he was only available on Facebook, so we chatted on Facebook.
Right. Okay. So hi, Samuel. Would you give all your money to charity? Say the truth.
No. No.
Interesting.
Why would I give all my money to charity?
Keeping it real.
Even Bill Gates hasn't.
You know what I mean? So would you rather a Tesla car or Tesla shares?
Tesla shares.
Tesla shares, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess computer or television?
Computer.
I mean, duh. When did you last cry?
2 months ago.
Oh. Yeah. What is the first thing you instantly notice about people?
Their face.
Like, duh. When, apart from romantic love, I know you're married. When did you last tell someone that you loved them?
Day before yesterday.
Who was it?
My wife.
And on that that note. That is the sweetest thing. I think the day I figured out you were married, I was watching a video that you did on your channel, and you were trying to unbox something, and you said something about getting what you were using to cut the box from your wife. And I was like, oh, Henry is married. That's so awesome. So anyway, thank you for coming on the podcast, and of course on the channel as well. I appreciate all the work that you're doing on Henreeneo. We wish you all the very best. And here's to a lot more great news in 2021.
Amen. I really
a lot more.
It's quite tough.
I can imagine. You didn't do so much in 2020.
In 2020, I had too much engagements with hospitals and. Anyway, that's in the past.
Yes, it is.
2021, here we come.
Yes.
We're releasing a lot of content this year. So.
Awesome. Have any shout outs to give?
Shout outs to all the tech people, especially New Kid, Fisayo, Wale of TechCity, Della Rose, and Miss Techie. And Valor Reviews as well. Yeah.
Hi guys, and of course we wish you all the best as well. Thank you so much for listening to the TechCity Podcast. Make sure that you like this podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts. Also share to everyone in your circle. This is a great find, so share with everyone, and make sure that you also drop us a line on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. It's all at TechCityNG. Check out the website as well at TechCityNG.com. I'm Bella Rose from TechCity, and he's Henry from Henreeneo. We're saying bye.